Good. All right, Shalom. Jim Messon Wallace coming back at you with another count. Prior to get started, as we always do, we like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the authors that's pushing the truth to sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And as we come in week in and week out, we pretty much prophesy the downfall of America, which in the scriptures they're known as Babylon, the daughter of Babylon. Okay, we have to constantly beat the point home, letting our people know that in the latter days it should be perilous times. All right, evil's gonna be increased. All right, wickedness gonna be ramped up, and ultimately, man, it's gonna be the signs of the end. So at the end of a thing, all right, it's better, but it's better for us. All right, but it's not better for the entire world, because we're gonna have to endure some of the evils that shall befall the world. Because if you're in it, okay, you're gonna be what? Around the evils, man. All right, but we just pray that the Lord continue to keep us planted, all right, and that He may do His thing. Because either way it goes, He set the evil there aside. Give me Proverbs 16 and 4, Bible Kashaf. There was a reason the Lord set an evil day to the side. He's gonna say it let the scriptures speak. Go ahead.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4. It says, Yahweh had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
So he created the wicked for the day of evil. And this is the thing that He made for Himself. So it's inevitable that that day is going to come to pass, man. And we're approaching that day speedily, man. All right. That's why David prayed to speedily kill the wicked, man. But in order to speedily kill the wicked, the day of evil have to come to pass. And the thing that He put aside for Himself has to happen, man. All right. So we know that there's a discontinuance of this age, this eon, man. All right, because this is a domain that's ruled by the wicked, and they have set up a wicked system, man. It's systematically so wicked, all right, to righteousness have been replaced for wickedness, man. All right, the world have substituted the things which are good and right for the things which are evil and worse, man, and bad. Okay, that was it in that. Give me that, bro.
The second Exodus chapter 14, verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Yup. So Exodus was speaking of the things that shall come hereafter. So at the time when Exodus was preaching this, all right, he was telling you of the things aforetime that was written for our learning that we should know what should befall us. Go ahead.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age,
Yeah.
so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Right, because anything that has an evil root in it, it decays. All right, so now since the world was had so much wickedness in it, it started to decay or grow weaker. The statue, even our statues, our bodies, as Ezra spoke about, everything got smaller and weaker, man. All right, because evil kills. All right, it don't bring forth life. It don't spring forth life. And all it do is diminish and take away. So now that the world is weaker through age, we're in the weakest the age I've ever been. Well, the world, all right? Well, this current present world is the world of the wicked. Okay, Esau, Edom, go ahead.
It says, for the truth is fled away, far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen.
Right, so we hasten the vision to come, which Ezra has saw, man. And guess what? When we haste, we pace, but we still look forward to being in those times. Because give me John 17 and 15. Bible shop. Read that again out.
It's second Exodus 14 and 18. It says, for the truth is fled far away.
And the truth is gone. All right, at least in this, stealing. So go ahead.
And still leasing is hard at hand.
Yep.
For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen.
Right. So now the haste of the vision to come, which thou hast seen, which Ezra is a man of the same spirit as us, as the prophets, we those men, and we also can we can relate to Ezra in this matter because we're the prophet. We're saying the things Ezra saw, all right, in these times. So we know that the evil day is going to come. Go ahead, you want to say something?
No, I would say that Lisa goes into that falsehood.
Yeah.
And this world is all about, just literally falsehood and lies.
Yeah, that helped. Again, that helped decay this place, man. All right, this place is decayed. The worms are sprayed under her. You see? So what? That means this world as we know it is dying, but it's dying because of evil. And again, we not ducking no smoke, man. All right, we know that the righteous gonna scarcely make it, and we believe we the righteous, so we gonna have to be right in the midst of that thing. As these brothers did, Kalaya and Amawad did a video on the eye of the storm. All right, yeah, you spoke about the storm, but at the end of the day, we gonna be in the eye of the storm, man. We gotta hope we get covered, which we will. Bring that on up. Go ahead, make your point.
Well, I was holding what you quoted that the scarcely be saved.
Go, hold it. Go ahead.
17, 15.
Yeah.
All right, this John 17 and 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world.
Yeah, see, the Lord was praying that we don't get taken out of this world, but go ahead.
But that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
But keep them from the what?
From the evil.
So we gonna be here. So Jake be like, man, y'all talking about y'all want the dollar to crash as if y'all don't got the dollar. Yeah, you're right, we got it. All right. But the kingdom of heaven can't come unless this present world get put down. This is no other way. And the Lord said, all these things shall befall this earth and befall you before the kingdom fall, man. Go ahead, brother.
They are not of the world,
Yeah.
even as I am not of the world.
Yep.
Sanctify them through thy truth.
The truth separate us from being in the world. So when the evil's around us, long as we have girded our paths about with truth, then guess what? The evil gonna have to what? Eschew us, man. It's gonna get to a point where the Lord gonna eschew evil for us, man. We ain't gonna have to try to put in work or pray or whatever. The Lord just gonna do it for us, man, in that day. All right, and Lord willing, we be the men that inherit that, man, inherit that grace and mercy. Because at the end of the day, the only way evil is gonna pass by you is if you got grace and mercy. That's it. Other than that, you're gonna be what? Doomed by it. Go ahead, brother.
Thy word is truth.
The what?
Thy word is truth.
So the word is around us. Now, when you really think about it, you go into depth. The word is Yahushua. So if evils come around us and get us, that means it's a past Yahushua. So at the end of the day, if Yahushua, which me and Raya and the elder brother went into yesterday on your sword can't save you. All right, nothing can actually save you. It was a precept in Job 5 where it says he's going to keep you from the tongue of the wicked, the power of it, and also the bow or whatever. Basically, he's going to keep it from the weapon of the wicked, the words of the wicked, and ultimately the power that's in his hand to do wickedly. So we're going to be kept on all sides, man. So the way we're going to be kept is through truth. Go ahead, brother.
As thou hast sent me into the world,
Yep.
even so have I also sent them into the world.
Yeah. So we in the world. So as Yahushua came in the world, did not Yahushua wasn't aware that the day that he had to get persecuted for right? Didn't he know that had to come? He knew when he came, he knew the meat of the matter in which he had to come here, man, what he had to do, all right, to live. But he know that day, which, he had to go through agony, right? Suffering for the things which we was gonna get in the latter times. He knew that what he had to do this time, it was gonna be greater for him later. But he knew if he don't do it now, then he wouldn't be able to reap those things which later the Lord had set up for him, which the Lord said he had laid up for us greater treasures, man. Okay, go ahead, brother.
And for their sakes, I think.
Let me see. That kind of was it for the 15. Yeah, just kind of going down. But the whole point was that we got praying for the not get taken out of this world, but the what?
As for their sakes, I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through truth.
No, go up.
Go up a bit more.
Yeah, 15.
15, back to 15.
Y'all got something?
Okay. All right. All right, this is John 17, 15.
I got you, man.
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
From the evil. Now it's gonna be a time where we're gonna actually get taken up out of the world. When you read Isaiah, when you come up into that chambers of those different things. But right here, from when we be in the world, Yahweh had prayed that we be taken away from the evil, man. That no evil touches. Give me some rock. Go ahead, read what you got up. Give me some rock.
It's 1 Peter's chapter 1. That's like it. 1 Peter's 4:17, and it reads, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh."
Right. What is the house of Yahweh, man? That's the children of Israel.
That's right.
His sanctuary. The Lord said, 2 Chronicles, that his eyes and his ears have been perpetually in the house of Jacob.
Right.
So this is where the Lord house at. This is where his name is at. His laws is at. Okay. This is where the Lord dwell at, especially through the men of the elect. Okay. Go ahead, brother.
It reads, "And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh?"
Yeah, those men who are settled on their leads, as it said about in Zephaniah. And it's gonna start with us. So we're not covered to where we ain't gonna have to go through those trials and errors like that, man. We have to go through it so we could be proven ultimately that what we stood firm in the house of the Lord. And the Lord wanted us to go through that so it could show forth his glory and marvelous praise. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 18, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved,
Yeah.
where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?"
So the righteous gonna scarcely be made. How much evil those men that we don't know in our lives how much evil is actually before us. Which evil is just a bad time. All right, it don't mean it's gonna overtake us. It just means it's gonna be a time period and where evil things is gonna be happening, man. All right, we gotta stand forward. We gotta not forget our Sephora, which is our help, as you speak about in Wisdom of Solomon. All right, not to forsake it's the fear or the torment of the fear to where we forget Yahweh is with us, man. Because all fear is being done by the Lord through the Lord. All right, but if we fear the Lord, it says, "He that loved me," get it where it says, "He that loved me cast out fear. Perfect love casting out fear." Go ahead. You got more?
That was it.
Go ahead. What you got? Yes, son.
What you were just saying.
Come on. Go ahead.
Just for Solomon 17.
Yes, son.
And I'm starting at 11.
Yeah.
"For wickedness, condemned by her own witness, is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience, also forecasted grievous things."
Yeah. So wickedness forecasted grievous things, which bring about a fear on the people to where they knew they was doing wickedly. So now in their mind is channeling through their thoughts that, look, I did wickedly, so whatever this is that's coming is going to what? Torment me, man. Which this whole chapter is about that. The tormenting of the mind through fear. Go ahead.
"For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offered."
Right. So fear is nothing. Read it again.
Fear is nothing else
Yep.
but a betraying of the succors which reason offered.
The succor goes into help. So it means you've been betrayed by the thing you know will help you and help you escape that situation, which the Lord put us in. He's not going to give you anything, any temptation that's common to man, whereby you can't escape, as it speak about in 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, man. All right. So we have a way to escape out of everything. All right. Seeing we have escaped the pollutions of the world, how much more anything else they have to come of the world? All right. Altogether, it says that what? Reason offering. So the way a man reason, it says, "Blessed is he who mind reason upon holy things," things set apart from fear. Because obviously we do fear through the Lord. All right. But we stand firm through the Lord, because this is the fear the Lord don't want you to have. The fear of man, the fear of being nervous and scared. All right. Or the fear of camera. Yeah, he tapering. But go ahead, I got this down. This weasel head demon, man. Go ahead, brother. Hold on, before you finish it. He got that perfect fear, because there's a fear that the Lord despises, man. And that fear is when men that's of righteousness, all right, and that believe in him, that they lose their faith or become faint-hearted. All right, the Lord have a controversy and a problem with that, man. Go ahead. Yeah, demon right here, bro.
1 John 4:18.
Yeah.
"There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear."
Right, there's no fear. Read it again,
First John 4:18. There is no fear in love.
Yeah, there's no fear in love. All right. At the end of the day, the love we have is the fulfilling of the law. There's no fear in that once you've been doing that. All right. There's no fear in that. It says, when was the righteous forsaken, or when was a righteous man cut off? Because at the end of the day, if he's doing my law, if he's cut off because it's his time to pass, translate over to what? Either the spirit world or whatever the Lord have set up in his will. That he wasn't cut off from wickedness sake. Now, get it where it say, right. Get it where it say, Elijah was taken away from the evil to come. All right, go ahead.
There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear.
Yeah, but perfect love casts out fear. So when you have been complete in the word of the Lord, all right, what's going to happen is it's going to help you remember your Socorro, that reason and offer it to where you on what? You on collapse in that day, man. A lot of men just gonna drop and collapse because they didn't have no covering. They didn't fear the Lord. All right, so they fear man. That's weirdo time. You got more, bro? Finish that out. That was it. Yeah, that's the point. Go ahead.
Says, for fear is nothing else, back in Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12, for fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth, and the expectation from within, being less, counted the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
Right. So what happened was they counted the thing they ignored or the thing they lacked knowledge in, they counted that, because guess what? Everybody today is knowledgeable in themselves. Everybody know their own. You can't tell me what God. I got a personal relationship with God. They have their own fear. They succumb to their own fear. All right. They have created and lived by their own fear tactics or methods, man. Which the Lord you're gonna get punished for that, man. You know, because what you not doing, you're not obeying that which the Lord put before you, but you're obeying yourself, man. Obedience, you have become your own obedience, man. All right, that's it. Go ahead. Yeah, that's
This Sirach 33:1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord.
So there should no evil happen unto him that feared the Lord. So when the Lord is saying the fear is the beginning of loving the Lord, all right, you got to understand when it's talking about how to differentiate between the fears, man. All right, it ain't just you just got to fear the Lord, because a lot of people I just need to be scared of the Lord. What that mean, man? No, you got to abide by laws, statutes, and commandments. You gotta be obedient to the things the Lord have told you to do in the Bible. All right, you gotta have brotherly love. All those measures of things which the Lord have put before us that we may be able to feel, man. Okay, you gotta know what it actually is, man. Go ahead.
That's great. You going into that because me and Rashad, we just went their lesson on that. That fear is a great motivator.
Yeah.
You going to another meeting of fears, have respect, have reverence.
That's right. And the respect means to look back or look back on the things which we know the Lord have us look back at, the elders and prophets of old that led us into the way of righteousness, the things that the Lord have done and to men before us because they didn't fear him, all right, or that they served other gods or whatever they did, man. Okay, it caused them to do what? It caused them to relax, man. Okay, and fall back into the things which was going to destroy them. You got some? Cool.
With 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
That's one of them.
We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Yeah, go ahead and read it again out.
All right, this 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
Yeah.
We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Right. You could go to the brother, have that read that 2 Corinthians 4 and 8.
Yeah.
You can push out with the brother. Read 2 Corinthians 4 and 8 for him. What you want to go down to what?
And verse 9.
To 9? Yep.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 4 in verse 8, and it reads, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Yeah, see, because we troubled on every side, man, that'll heighten your imagination to where, like, man, wait a minute, I'm serving the Lord, but there's so much trouble around me. Is the Lord with us? We don't think like that because, again, that's faint-hearted. You double-minded, and the Lord don't deal like that, man. The Lord wants you to believe in him at all times, in all ways. All right. Now we know situations prove mental where they may get scared and different things like that. But at the end of the day, the Lord if the Lord won't scare us, he can scare us. It don't matter how much measure of faith we have. If he want to scare us, he can scare us, man. You know, we're in the flesh. We're gonna have a mortal meltdown. That's the thing you can't have. So yeah, we have mortal moments. We just can't have a mortal meltdown. Because once you melt down mortally, you done, man.
Think about this, even with Yahushua, you know, came in the flesh. He knew, like you said earlier, he knew what he came to do. Yet still he asked the Lord to take the cup from him.
Yeah, it was a mortal meltdown.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it was a mortal meltdown.
He ain't melt down.
Yeah, the meltdown is
Yeah.
once you melt down, that's pretty much it, man.
That's the end of yourself. So
Yeah. So he had the mortal moment.
Mortal moment.
All right, it's not the meltdown. Go ahead.
You got more. Verse 9, it says, persecuted, but not forsaken.
And who was greater persecuted than Yahushua? There's not a death on earth that can even compare to his persecution, man. All right. Though yet he went to it and didn't say a word, man. All right. So if he can walk into the evil time and don't say a word, how much more of us, man? They got men that was translated from the evil time. Bring that out, right?
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased the Most High.
Yeah, it don't say he was taken away from evil to come. Yeah, get that one. Salaki, brother. That's the one I thought you had. Go ahead.
Got something quick. This Isaiah 33:6. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Yeah, that's a treasure from the Lord. All right. Because the things that the Lord treasures, he holds value and near and dear to him. So the fear of him is a treasure. And those men that have his fear, all right, they're a treasure to him. He gonna treasure them. Anything that's valuable, you treasure, you keep. As something you keep near and dear. So the Lord intend to keep that near and dear to us, as long as we keep his word, man. All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, and that's why we treasure the fear of the Lord, all right? As he treasure in us from having that fear. Hey, we can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have that fear of the Lord, then it's nothing, right? It's worthless, it's frivolous. So in these times to come, that's why I said wisdom and stability shall be the wisdom and stability shall be the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right, it says that because what? Throughout that fear, all right, through the knowledge and wisdom of these scriptures, we gonna keep that fear. Okay, we gonna understand that persecution can't overcome us. Esau, Edom, niggas, okay, the animals of the wild, they can't overcome us. All right, and that's gonna preserve us in that time, man. That fear. That's why I say that the fear is the treasure. You got it, bro.
Mind if I bring one out the back of the point you just made real quick?
Yeah.
This is Psalms 32. We'll start at 18. Psalms 33, start at 18. Behold, the eye of Yahweh is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine.
Because look, they say in the world, why, if God is all love, why we need a film? You know, people actually make that say that cliche. Like, why we need a fear of love? All right. First, you have to understand what's fear. All right. Secondly, you're called and you have to do it. It's not like the Lord is asking you to do it. That's something you have to do in order to be serving the Lord. And we know most of these pastors and these different people that does what they want, they're not daunted with fear. Matter of fact, get that. None of y'all better. Whatever they do, they don't do it with they're not daunted with fear, man. All right. to where what actually fear, because we have fear of the Lord, it make us think about to not do particular things. Like, man, we can't do that. Like, you know, it's like, brother, we can't do that. Right? He going to kill us from that. All right. But being not daunted with fear, you don't care. You don't do anything, man. You don't do anything. Go ahead, right? Hold on. Go ahead.
Verse 20, our soul waiteth for Yahweh. He is our help and our shield.
Yep.
For our heart shall rejoice in him because we have trusted in his holy name.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right? Oh, and just back up what the brother was saying. The fear is that fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is us showing our reverence towards him. So in regards to that, what we're going to receive that protection from him in that day. And as you were going into what the fear of the Most High keeps us, keeps us from going off and doing things that would put us in a position to be judged. It's healthy to fear the Most High instead of just going out here and just thinking, oh, having that spirit of why, if God is all love or anything like that, why should I fear him? Well, what does that say? A familiarity breeds contempt. So if you just think that the Most High loves everybody, what are you going to treat him as? Like a duck? Like people in the world, somebody that's, just a pushover and is trying to be peaceful all the time, they don't take them seriously. So they walk all over them. But when somebody puts their foot on your neck, hey, that's when you get right.
Yeah, in this world, the actions of the people show just how much they don't fear the Lord. All right, and it's clear. You really, if you know anything about the Lord and what he required as a fear of him, then you'll see that most of the world, not down to all of the world, don't fear him, man. All right, it's evident. There's an evident token. When you just look around, you go to different bars and places. When you just look at the people, man, the way they dress, talk, everything that they do, you can tell there's no fear of the Lord. Y'all got that? That's for good, brother.
I got a precept back here.
God, you got it.
There's Sirach 18 and 27. It says a wise man will fear in everything.
And what?
In everything.
Well, wait a minute. Because, Jacob be like, man, you bugged out. Man, you fearing and everything. Well, it says a wise man, a man that's girded up with wisdom, all right, have his loins girded about with wisdom, he going to fear in everything. Go ahead.
It says, and in the day of sinning, he will be aware of offense.
Yeah, he going to be aware of offense of what he's doing. Go ahead.
But a fool will not observe the time.
He will not observe the time because he's not aware of what he's doing. Go ahead.
It says, every man of understanding knoweth wisdom.
Yep.
And will give praise unto him that found her.
Yep.
That's it.
No, it's one of these things you're not doing.
Jump up to 23, 23, and 24.
You got that? You got it? Yeah, so it's not daunting. Fear.
Hey, can I say something right quick, brother?
Yeah, go ahead. It's about 30-22. Go ahead.
Hey, and thinking about the Lord say he gonna do what? He gonna feed us in JT. All right, he gonna protect us. He gonna give us water. All right, and it's because of what? We know there's certain things that we're not supposed to do. We're not supposed to say you just come up to a shelter and they got like pork and beans and shit like that. Man, the Lord knows you're not supposed to eat that, and you know you're not supposed to eat that. So what you gonna do right then in that scenario? You gonna give up everything and just eat the pork and shit and just commit sin just because you don't have what you need right there? No. So the Lord know you have to eat. You know your body have to have sustenance to keep going. Hey, and those little things are gonna try you in those days, man. All right, and once you pass them, and the Lord gonna have something ready for you, man. And Jake just gotta remember that the fear is the key, man, to this whole thing we got going on.
Jake don't counsel with scriptures. He don't counsel with godly man. That's why I say be continually with a godly man. All right, that knows what to do.
Right.
All right. Most nobody in the world knows if you don't know what the Lord say to do and you're doing it, then you do not know what you're supposed to do in the world. We're not convinced. Like, listen, we're convinced that you do not know what's going on in the world if you don't know what thus says the Lord. All right, in the righteous manner, through the prophets of the Lord. All right, if you don't know that, you don't know anything, man. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of you want the counsel?
What you got?
I'll just say that Sirach 18 and 27,
Oh, okay.
But it says, one who is wise is cautious in everything.
Yeah.
when sin is all around, one guards against wrongdoing. So like I said, if you're cautious in everything, like you said, you watching everything you're doing. These people around here are literally dwelling carelessly. They wander around about, not even having a care in the world, just doing whatever they want to do, whatever feels good to them. But as they say in the world, throw caution to the wind. And the wind blowing wherever it is, it just go wherever it takes.
No defense, man. At all, man. You gotta it says when you leave a hedge, a serpent shall bite you, man. So the times these people, they don't have a hedge as it is. So the serpent, I mean, they just meat for the serpent, man. They ain't table food. They just eat it. They had a buffet for Satan, got a whole buffet for these people, man.
And it says it when 2 Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times have walked in great pride. And if you're naturally, if you're a prideful person, you're bold. You have no fear. You're ready to, do whatever you want because you just feel you can't be touched, and it just is what it is. Yeah, wild boar.
You're a wild boy, you're a cowboy. You're confident in a plain way, man.
Kinda.
All right? Then you can't be confident in a plain way. Not when we have of 1,000 counselors, we have but one. So we can't have a plain way, man. All right? There's one way the Lord expect us to walk in. He don't alter and move around, man. He don't change things. We got to walk according to his righteousness. Now, we can walk in there. There's liberties in there. But at the end of the day, the Lord like, look, don't go outside the statute. Don't leave this boundary, man. All right? Do as you want within what I say do, not what you want to say do. As the Lord, the world have a spirit on them that says do as they will. Man, that's the devil, man. Bro, I used to do what I want, and Lord knows the type of shit that was happening, man. You almost be like, man, I don't think I should do what I. It was times I thought, like, man, I don't think I should be doing what I want. But guess what? Still went did what I want because I counsel with myself, man. Go ahead, brother.
This book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 18. It says, a man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
He's not daunted with fear. Like he said, in the latter days, many people shall walk with great pride, man. All right? Pride have puffed up these people. Not even with nothing. Wait a minute. You don't have, I thought knowledge puffed it up. The whole world don't have knowledge and they puffed up. Is you serious, man?
Puffed up with stupidity.
They puffed up with stupidity.
And when you tell them the truth about something, they look at you like you're an asshole.
Yes.
Oh, you know it all. Or, that makes no sense at all because I'm just a drone who believes everything I see on social media or the mainstream news. And look at the majority of these people, got that jump shot.
Yeah.
Because
God comes.
Exactly.
Truth over here is basically is a replacement theory, man.
Folly is set in great dignity.
There you go. Right? It's a replacement theory for truth over here. Because everybody got an opinion, man. All right? Opinion is not a fact, man. It's an opinion. There's nothing factual about opinion. Now, you may say things inside of the opinion that can correlate to the fact. But at the end of the day, a fact is a fact. Nothing need to be added to it or nothing. It's just what it is, man. All together. You can't mix nothing in. That's why the Lord ain't with. When you mix, you confuse things. That's what fuels you. That's why most of the doctrines and the things people believe is it's all mixed up. All right. And that's why people is all off the axis and off their premises, man. All right. Because they believe in a whole bunch of stuff, man. See, the word of the Lord is simple. You don't have to believe in a whole bunch of stuff. Go ahead. I'll see you got the word.
Yeah, read that again.
Sirach 32 and 18. It says, a man of counsel will be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
All right, I got this word daunt. Circa 1300, it says, to be afraid, fear, doubt, to restrain. You got to be restrained by fear. Fear makes you restrained from just doing anything. All right, following your own will. It says to tame. All right, to intimidate, to subdue. Basically, the Lord bring us down.
Yeah.
And makes us meek, which the Lord, he's nigh unto them that are meek. It says,
when you tame something too, you break it. Like, you know how the horse is broken, right? Because a lot of these people need to be tamed. When you tame the animal, you broken down now, man. All right? Now he's useful. Now you can use him because he's not gonna what? Run wild when he feel like it, right? He's not gonna do anything he want to do when he want to do it because he's gonna remember he broken. Get that when it says the a horse broken or whatever. You got it right. One of y'all brothers get it.
Which one?
It says
Sirach.
Haggle, horse broken is
Right? I think Friday.
yeah.
I think it's the
I might be saying it wrong. Yeah, probably.
or something.
Find it.
It was a horse not broken, become a headstrong.
Yeah.
I got it. This is Sirach 30:8. And horse not broken becometh headstrong,
Yeah.
and a child left to himself will be willful.
And a lot of these children are fatherless over here. The Lord, even 2/3 of our people are fatherless. All right. It says it's a rock that a child that hated his father. I'm gonna get that. Read that again. I just read this too.
I'll read verse 9 too. Shit. I'll start at verse 7.
Go ahead. Oh, that's good.
Sirach 30:7. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
Yep.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong,
Yep.
and a child left to himself will be willful. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Right. And a lot of people feel as though they could play with the Lord, man. Right? All together. A lot of people thinking they can do what they want because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. It's fully setting these people hard to play around, man. All right, and try what? Constantly tempt the Lord and try the Lord, man. All right, until what? That judgment come down. You see, because they're what? They're hard-headed, they're impudent. All right. Give me Proverbs 29:1.
You mind if I keep
Go
it
ahead.
down?
Yeah, keep reading up. Give me Proverbs 29.
Verse 10.
You got something? Come on.
Laugh not with him,
Go ahead.
laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him,
Yeah.
and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Yeah.
Give him no liberty
Yeah.
in his youth,
Yeah.
and wink not at his folly.
Yeah, see, the Lord wink at our follies because the Lord knows if you elect man, I'm gonna have to kill you if I don't wink at it. So, but he's telling you right off from a physical child, or these people from the world, as far from him, don't wink at his fathers as a son or whatever. Don't wink at his fathers. Why? Because he gonna what? He gonna become headstrong. Then he gonna what? Air off, man. Right?
Don't
be
your son's best
Don't be. We ain't no best friends over here. I'm either your father. I'm not your partner. I'm your father. If I'm your father, I'm your father. I ain't your partner. All right. But a lot of people, a lot of women, mothers have made relationships with their kids.
Yep.
They're like, look, I'm my child friend. And then guess what? The day come when a child gonna disrespect you.
Yep.
And now you still gotta be a friend. What you gonna do now? You put yourself in the betwixt, man. Wisdom don't put you in the betwixt. All right, it gets you out of the betwixt. So know how to utilize it. Go ahead, brother.
Just 2 more verses.
Yeah.
12. Bow down his neck while he is young,
Come.
and beat him on the side
Yeah.
while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee.
It says, and what we do through the spirit, it says it's better that a man bears the yoke in his youth. And that's what the Lord do us, man. He chastises us as sons so that we may stay obedient to him, man. And that's why we better yoke in our youth, man. In our youth, you know, Jacob think about, oh, well, that's when he's talking about he's young. Now that's talking about a man's strength. All right. The Lord, when the Lord deal with us and chastise us as sons, we are not restricted to take your chastisement. Because if we can't take the chastisement of the Lord, you're not a son of his.
That's right.
All right. That's why through that fear, we know what it takes, man, to have to do it and go through it. Go ahead, brother.
Kind of this, like you said, the physical sense, and we're going into the spiritual sense too. What? In this truth, we get spiritually chastised by brothers and get a rebuke to what? To build us up, to keep us in that right path, keeping that fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. As it says, iron sharpeneth iron. And what I might be mixing some up, but a brother was born for adversity.
No, he sharpened his come.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah.
Iron sharpeneth iron.
Yeah.
We're constantly keeping each other sharp in the spirit and disciplined in the spirit. When a brother goes off, hey, you get on it and cut it off right there. So what, he doesn't become willful or headstrong and just becomes a complete demon and a reprobate. Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Chastise thy son and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
Right, so at the end of the day, we do that with our actual physical sons, all right? But the Lord actually do that to us spiritually, man. So we don't become lewd behavior or becoming of the like the people of the world, man. All right, that the Lord have a problem with, a controversy, because these people of the world, they go by their own ways, man. They live by their own rules and regulations, man. They don't give the people of the world, they don't know what the Lord see. Neither do they consider it, man. That's why I say these people of the law are cursed, man. All right, because they're cursed by the thing they don't want to basically take heed to, man. And what happened to us? We was cursed because we didn't want to take heed to the law. So at the end of the day, the law constitutes us from being what? Sinning and going off. Basically, the law is set right there so we don't get an ass whipping. So when you neglect the law, the belt coming. All right, and that's why we're in a predicament we're in. But people still don't understand. Go ahead, bro.
This back in Sirach 32 and 18, it says, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear, even when of himself he had done without counsel. Do nothing without advice, and when thou hast once done, repent not.
Yeah, because now you that's a reprobate. You're reprobating your mind, man. You're doing things on your own accounts, man. All right, what's going to cause a return? But that's what Jake don't know. Okay, when I choose to do this, Jake don't know there's a return on everything we do, whether it be good or evil. That's why the Lord said he gonna judge every matter, every secret matter, whether it be good or evil, because there's a return. He render evil for evil, because the Lord even tell us don't render evil for evil. All right, certain accusations, different things like that, render good for good. Do unto each other as you have men do unto you, not the water. All right, go ahead.
This is verse 20. It says, go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones.
Right, in a way that's we call it out here Jake a wild, Jake going a wild way, man, wandering out of the way of understanding. All right, so Jake end up in the graveyard. All right, the only thing can happen to you over here is dying. There's nothing goes past the death point. Like that's the last thing that the Lord gonna do you. He's going to kill you. All right, he's going to kill us if we don't still beat it. All right, and he's going to kill you, Jake, and he's going to kill you raw. You got that Proverbs 29? You got more?
No, that was it.
That's it. Go ahead.
It's Proverbs 29 and 1. He that being often reproved and hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed.
He that being often reproved, harden his neck, shall suddenly be destroyed. What else?
And that without remedy.
So it's going to be raw and uncut. The Lord going to kill you without remedy. All right, without remedy is basically without medicine. Like it's like if you're sick or you tore up, there's no remedy for you. Meaning what? The sickness is going to get worse and worse and worse. So the Lord say he going to kill y'all worse and worse, man. It's going to be without remedy. All right, the Lord don't fuck around, man. The Lord don't horseplay, brother. Go ahead, huh?
This is back up what y'all going into about breaking a horse. This Psalms 32 and 9. It says, "Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding."
Yeah, because really the hard your neck is to not have understanding. It says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because they harden their neck up. They think they know it all. True or fine, Jake, when you really talk to our people, you will see our people don't know nothing.
Like, oh,
No, like they don't know the things they ought to know. Like it's like, brother, you don't know like 1 + 1. Read, son. And the red well, I'm telling you, this love. What are you talking about? The whole time you can't even have a conversation. A man that has knowledge and understanding, you can have a decent decorum with it. No, like it don't gotta be the most outlandish. You know, it's gonna be a way that y'all can converse with each other. Cause that's really a decent conversation is the way we could converse. Cause it can be rude words or whatever inside of it. Long as we're conversing with one another, man. Cause Jake think, a decent conversation is just that we just talk and just we casually get along, or I just be a good person or whatever, and just say all good sweet things in it. Nah, man. To go back and forth, you cannot do that with our people. All right, that's why when we do teach them on the block, we gotta grab their attention span, and less than this, or they gone, man. All right, because they can't keep themselves. You see? Go ahead.
So it says, be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee.
Right. They should be kept back, right? Because at least they come into you. So if you need to be kept back, that means you have no self-control, no restraint. All right? You'll get that when they say they are wild bulls running along. But what's up? Go ahead.
Verse 8, I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will guide thee with mine eye.
Yeah, you got it.
Right. So it's like when you got a wild animal, you have to break them down to the point where they can't go astray. You got to make them useful. But we at a certain point, you're supposed to just be able to follow in the spirit. The Lord shouldn't have to kill you to make you get it. All right. You should be able to read the scriptures, have counsel with wise brothers, and make sound decisions on your own. All right. After a while, the scriptures speak in Galatians about having tutors up until the time appointed. There should come a time where you just know, okay, I'm not going to eat pork. Like you shouldn't have to. No one should have to twist your arm to keep the commandments. You should read them and walk in them. And animals can't do that, man. It says, "Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding." And you could break down an animal. He's still not going to be able to understand reason. All right. All he understands is, okay, if I do this, master's going to hit me. If I do this, master's going to feed me. Like that's a base level. But as a man of the Lord, you should understand, okay, this is pleasing to the Lord, even if it's something that he's not going to destroy me like this second. Okay, what is the latter end? What is the latter end of committing sin after sin? Even if judgment is not executed speedily, at some point you're going to pay for sin, man. That's something only a righteous man is going to understand. You got it?
Go ahead. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 18, and verse 27. It says, "A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense."
Yeah, because see, that came out again. The brother just read it. Nah, it's double down. Nah, you read it about five minutes ago. Yeah, about 5 minutes ago. But it came out. It says a wise man with fear in everything, man. All right? You really a man like that, Jacob be like, man, he a little nervous, like he tripping. Not really, because really he's on everything. Technically, he cautious. His antennas is up for everything, man. You would rather have your antenna up and there was nothing that happened. Case in point, if they got intruders outside of your house and every night you jump up looking around, you would rather jump up and break your rest looking around every night than one night you don't look up and the intruder get in your house. And you're like, damn, man, I look every night for the whole year. This one day I did. So you would rather your antennas to go off for something that's actually not a threat than them to not go off, or they're going off what? Sometimes, man. You will want your alarm to go off every time an intruder come in the house. Yeah, me. Yeah, the alarms have to go off. So you would rather be on everything than to be like pick and choose what you should get up on, man. And that's a man that's not doing it with fear of the Lord. I'm gonna pick and choose when I serve the Lord, when I come out, when I do this, when I do it less, when I do this. It's like, nah, man, you gotta do it the way according to the Lord say do it. All right, when and how the Lord say do it. Ultimately, man, you finished?
Got a little bit left.
Come on, go ahead. You got it next, right?
It says, "But a fool will not observe the time." And going back to what you said, man, a fool will not observe the time. If we could liken that today, all right, and we've been cautious in everything. We watching, all right, the MOTB, we watching World War III, all right, we watching all of these matters of the world that lead up to what? The ushering in of the kingdom of heaven. But these other people, these slow bellies, they're not observing the times. They're not looking at being cautious in everything. And that's what separates the elect from 2/3.
You got it, bro. It's in the same chapter. This is Sirach 18 and 23. "Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord." It just giving lip service. Hey, when you pray, you actually mean what you're praying, and look, you're not faking the funk. You're not just an Israelite on Saturday, but you're Israelite Sunday to Saturday. Verse 24, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. Think upon the judgments that come for disobedience." Hey, just being a hypocrite out here and willfully sinning, thinking that the Most High, since judgment isn't executed speedily, that I'm okay. Or no, you know what? It's okay. I can make a little leeway here. I can go off a little bit here because then I'll just make it up to the Most High later. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face. And it jumps into that 27. A wise man will fear in everything. And in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense. And you constantly got your spiritual guide up, not doing your best not to make any offenses out here. Because that one offense you may think is little, that could be the very same day that the Most High punches your car and sends you to the spirit world.
That's right. Hey, give me Proverbs 24.
Feel like respect.
Yeah, it is respect.
Respect what you feel like.
Yeah, it's to look at it though. But because Jake don't know what to look at or what to fear. So the Lord gave us something to actually look back at. Like we know how to inspect fear because there's something for us to look at. We got the law, right? We got examples, accounts of the scriptures. So we actually have something to go back on. A man that don't fear, he don't have nothing to look back on. All right? He don't know what to look up to or look down to. Like he just don't understand what's around him. To look at something meaning you're acknowledging what it is what's around you or what you're looking at. Jake, without fear, don't even acknowledge nothing, man. They don't even acknowledge themselves. They don't trust themselves. Nigga trouble his own flesh because he don't respect nothing. When you're a nigga like, man, I don't got no respect for nothing, all right? That means you're in a large way. You're already a wicked man to speaking out the side of your ass. You really don't respect yourself, man. Because a man, well, we have learned in the scriptures, brother, we're going to have to gain respect for things, man. All right? We have to display a level of respect for the Lord, ourselves, kids, brothers. So it's like we can't be out to like we don't respect anything, man. That's not even, when you start to think about that, that don't even come out of our mind, man. We think about more things we can respect. It says even respect those that's not even at peace with you. Right? So how much more your own self, man? All right? Jake don't even respect the rules of the game. They don't abide by. All right? Them niggas cutthroat each other and shit like that, man. Snitching. All right? Jake just respect the moment or whatever the moment calls for him to have to do, he do it. Whatever I feel like doing. So when you don't have respect, you do whatever you want.
To the truth even teach you how to have respect for these heathen kingdoms, man.
Exactly.
Because they set up by the Lord.
No.
Jake will be so-called woke and conscious and read all these books and not know that Esau was set up by the Lord. So they'll be like, I know my rights.
Yeah.
That Moorish shit. That I'm gonna get my paperwork and become sovereign. Now you in the car arguing with a cop because you don't know that cop is set up by Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
Romans 13. All right.
Yeah, they don't understand the thing that's above or the Lord, which is above, because you got certain laws and things the Lord did that's it's just above the average man. He wouldn't understand, like, because maybe like, man, why would the Lord put the wicked in man, this is for you, this is will. It's like Jake, like, man, you are right, brother, you are right with that Bible. And the Lord said he got Esau in control. What kind of God is this, man, brother? Look. First of all, we ain't emotional about it. And secondly, what could we have really done? If I can't do something about something, I'm gonna leave it alone. If I can't beat it up, you know, and I just really, cause that's like really the last thing a man can go to is beat it up or violence, right? Cause that's what a man really won't get to. Cause we men of war. The 12 tribes, we are men of war. So if I'm arguing or doing whatever, that even work with your woman. I know I really can't beat my woman up, right? Because really being your woman is like beating yourself. In a way, you ain't got brothers to yoke her up and, you know, get down. A possession wise, I'm not telling a man what to do with a possession, but if you beat your woman here, you're going to go to jail. So, okay, if we get in an argument, the most I can do is stop arguing with you. That's the way I'm going to win the battle. This is the only way I can win the battle. I can't out argue, can't out talk you, can't out do nothing. I can't beat you up. I can't lay hands on you. That's nothing else for me to do. So you know what? You got it. That's it. It's nothing more I can do over here. So that's how a wise man win in all things, man. All right? And use wisdom to not get in arguments. That's how therefore, you won't have to be the one to cop out the argument or whatever it is. You know how Jake fell over here, because we're not going to get that push back on us and that blow back in the kingdom of heaven. But over here is for the destroyers. As far as the interact and that shit, then go to jail, then what? Now you're out the church. It's simple. Everything is set up. Satan is doing everything he can. He's getting on everybody he can near you or whatever it is to what? Destroy you. It's all about you at the end of the day. Because we serve the Lord. We serve the thing. Get it where it says, my wisdom is from above, and they're from beneath, which the wisdom that we have is first pure. Get that in James, where it said the wisdom from above is first pure. Then there should be like one in somewhere down there. All right. But go ahead with the I think brother was holding something before that. Yeah, come on, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 15 and 24.
Yep.
The way of life is above.
Wait, the way of life is, say it again, brother. Say it again.
It's Proverbs 15, 24.
Yep.
The way of life is above to the wise.
Well, what do you mean? The way of life is above to the wise. It's just above. It's right there. It's right here, brother. In the circle of this thing. No, you gotta dissect that. The way of life is above to the wise. So that's the wise man. The way above, when you look into it, it's the spirit that's from on high. It's the word, the understanding, which we get from the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
That he may depart from hell beneath.
So this is how we depart from hell beneath. All right. And hell is a condition. So Jacob be like, man. So he's saying, if we look above, we're going to not be on fire no more down here in hell. That can't mean that, man. All right. So ultimately what that means, the way above, read it again. Then we're going to jump to that. You got it? Yeah, go ahead.
It says the way of life is above to the wise.
Right. What's above this world? Like y'all got it where y'all can say Yahweh Shah came from above. He said, I am beloved, but they're from beneath. Go ahead.
So St. John 8
I got you.
and 23.
Yeah.
And he said unto them, ye are from beneath,
Yeah.
I am from above.
What that mean? Because when he said that to them, he was down here, right? So what are you talking about? Go ahead.
Ye are of this world.
You're what?
Ye are of this world.
Go ahead.
I am not of this world.
That's it. There more? That's it. That's good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna start at verse 15. This is James 3 and 15. This wisdom. Wait, I'm starting 14. 15. This wisdom, speaking of this earthly wisdom, descended not from above,
Yeah.
but is earthly,
Yeah.
sensual,
Sensual.
devilish.
And it's devilish. All right. Which devil, the word devil means adversary, man. Jay, don't get bent all up out of shape. Like you read, it says the way is when we look above, it's from hell beneath. Read it again.
It says the way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath.
That he may depart from hell beneath. Go ahead, right?
Verse 16, from where envying and strife is, there's confusion and every evil work.
Yeah. No, read the first one first.
Okay,
That's devilish.
This wisdom descended not from above,
Yep.
but is earthly.
It's talking about the wisdom that Jake have here, opposite of what Yahweh Shah said. Go ahead.
Sensual,
Yep.
devilish.
It's devilish. Go ahead, brother.
For where envying and strife is,
Yep.
there's confusion in every evil work.
Yeah.
What was from if I could say from Cain to Esau? What does they have the spirit of? Envying.
Evil.
Cain envied
That's a good
Abel's
point.
sacrifice that he made, and Esau envies Jacob unto this very day for the blessing and the birthright that we got from it. So they're in that strifeful coming against us spirit.
Well, I tell you that, I believe it's in Sirach, get it? It says through the devil sin enter into the world or something like that.
Wisdom of Solomon 2, I think.
Yeah, get it? It says
At the
through
bottom.
devil, the bottom. It's gonna be like the last verse. Yeah, covetousness and envy, right? All those run along the lines of the same thing, which is the wisdom from here. All right, go ahead. You got it? It's Wisdom of Solomon 2. I think it's the last verse.
For where envying and strife is, there's confusion and every evil work.
Yep.
But the wisdom
Yeah.
that is from above,
Right, hold that. The wisdom that's above, we're still dealing with the wisdom that's below. And this is how we depart from the hell beneath. There's a wisdom out here that's devilish. It's sensual. Sensual. All right. It's of the devil. All right. It massages the ways of the devil. All right. It's not from above. That's why it says our anastrophe is in the heavens, man. All right. If we're not actually in the heavens, then what does that mean? Our behavior, the way we think, our will, the will of the Lord, the righteous way. All right, that's the way we're manufactured. Go ahead.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 2:24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil,
Do what?
through envy of the devil,
What?
came death into the world.
Came death.
And they that do hold of his side do find it.
Do find it. So we trying to depart from hell, Denis. Then they got the devil of this world grabbing hold of everybody they could grab hold of. Brother, give me 1 Timothy 5 and the very last verse, 23.
If I
All right,
could
go
go
ahead.
real quick, what does sensual go back to? Your senses,
Your
your
senses.
sight, smell, touch, all that. And this is based on the flesh. And this whole society is based off of pleasing the flesh, pleasing your emotions, being sensual out here. Hence why these people are doing everything clean contrary to the scriptures, pleasing their own flesh, because they're proud, they're arrogant, they're boastful. They got that now they're full of envy and strife with that wisdom, which is not wisdom because it's from beneath, not above. Which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
And the people that has that wisdom of the world that they believe, all right, really it's wisdom of wickedness, which is not wisdom. All right, that's why he says it's sensuous, because in what they have taken over the smell, and they have taken over the 5 operations, which when you go into them 5 operations in Sirach 17, that's what actually separates you from the world and with the Lord, because the spirit is on you. When you got those operations, the interpretation and the cognition thereof, you got it?
No, I have something.
Go ahead, get busy.
This Jude chapter 1, and I'm gonna get straight to the point in 19. It says, "These be they who separate themselves sensual, having not the spirit."
That's sensual, having not the spirit, because what their senses, they don't have the get that on Timothy where it says them that they have the senses exercised, discerning good from evil. They can't do that because now the operations in which they senses that they have, they don't know how to work it within evil. Work it within good. All right. So now if you ain't doing good, you only can do evil, right? Jake be like, "Well, I'm just a good person." My daddy told me that on the phone. He's just like, this kind of represent a good person, son. Somebody that just do good, he'd speak to everybody, say excuse me. I'm like, nah. I told him the only thing that's good is that which is of the Lord. The Lord said, "Hear, O thou, what is good. Hear, O man, see what is good." When he said that, he shows you what's good, right? Mercy, judgment, different things of the law. Like a good person to the Lord gonna keep the commandments of the Lord. He gonna do what thus says the Lord. Other than that, you're not a good person in life. It don't matter if you felt, you gave everybody a fair shake. You open the door for old ladies, right? You speak every day, morning, noon, and night. You go under the bridge and give a bum food. That's not a good person to the Lord. All right? And you're gonna be ashamed when you find that out. You're gonna be like, "Damn, Lord, I thought I was doing a good deed." Nah, the Lord good deed, he requires something else. Hold on. I got you, bro. Go ahead.
It's Hebrews chapter 5, verse 14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised.
Right, so you gotta have your senses exercised to where your senses you don't be sensual according to this world, man. And that's what we do. We're exercising the senses of righteousness and of the Lord, and that's why we're able to depart from hell beneath, man. You see? Go ahead.
It says, who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
To discern good and evil. Now the people whose senses are plagued, or that's why on this side, 2/3 of our people that degenerate plant, their senses can't be changed over, man. So it ain't personal with us. And guess what? A lot of our family members, bro, we don't know if we in it. Like we battling to not be in it. So we know by default, if you ain't doing this, you ain't giving yourself no shot, right? You don't have a chance. So how many of our relatives and next to kins are not just doing? So we know by default, yeah, it's gonna be some casualties of war going on here, brother. It's gonna be a lot of our people, man. So we don't feel no kind of way. If the Lord ain't open their senses up to exercise theirs, brother, I just gotta roll what I got. He opened mine. I gotta go, brother. It ain't personal. All right. So you look at cousins and different relatives, like, damn, man, they ain't getting it. Man, I'm trying to come on, man, get up. Like, man, I gotta make sure mine stay exercised, man. Oh, I'm gonna fall off. There's more? What you got?
With that Second Timothy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
And
got
then,
some on that. James.
yeah, then I'm gonna let Kalai get in. Stay right there before we get to the above, the wisdom that's above, because I wanted to thoroughly explain what it mean by down here and above, which brought it out, in Proverbs 15 and 24. Abba Ratazah was, it was able to be understood all the way, man. Go ahead.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse.
My bad. Slide. No, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. My bad. Slide.
24, it says, and the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men,
Yep.
appointed to teach,
Go ahead. After teach, go ahead.
teach patient and meekness,
Yep.
instructing those that oppose themselves,
Yep.
if the Most High peradventure will give them repentance to the acknowledging of the truth.
Right. So repentance to the acknowledging of the truth is exercising their senses, man. Because that's what listen, unless the Lord put the spirit that he put in the heart of Adam and give him the understanding, we wouldn't have been able to understand this. The Lord wouldn't exercise our spirits ourselves, man. You see, go ahead.
It says, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil.
So that's how they may cover themselves from hell beneath, brother. The devil have these people in a snare. Go ahead, brother.
It says, who are taken captive by him at his will.
At his will.
Yeah.
So Satan got a majority of these people, if the Lord don't exercise their senses thoroughly unto righteousness and bring them back, Satan have taken captive of them as his will. Bro, the devil got somebody, bro, that if that's somebody that's near and dear to me, I'm gonna just have to say, look, bro, he got you, brother. Like, what you want me to jump off the bridge? And I'm telling you what you need to get loose.
Right.
But you don't want to recover yourself because the Lord might don't want you to recover because he haven't opened up your what? Understanding, man. All right. It says, Yahweh shall say he opened their understanding to hear the scriptures. So the Lord exercised our senses, man. All right. And gave us the interpretation with the cognition thereof, man. Get cognitive. To be cognitive and online etymology. And you done?
Yeah, that was it.
Go ahead, you have it.
Yeah. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 19. I'm gonna start at 18. You was holding that? God. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. I got a little bit more, but going back to the fear of the Lord, man. And that's what the Lord get us to fear him in our strength. All right, that we may understand that this is necessary for us to follow him. That's why it says the first thing. But it says the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. All right, hey, and what do the scriptures bring? It's bring life, man. And if you following the laws, statutes, and commandments, then you're not gonna commit sin. And of course, we understand that on this side we gonna sin. All right, but hey, and prescribing the book of Proverbs, man, the commandments they prolong life. All right, but it reads. Verse 20, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom, the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. I'm going to jump down here because you
wait. Hold on. It says the fear of the Lord is the performance of the law, right?
Come.
Now, we're going to speak about the law which comes from above. That's why when Yahweh Shah said, y'all are from beneath, I am from above. All right? That's a whole different level to what I'm bringing here than what y'all have here, man. All right? It's what totally separates us from up there and down here. This is what the separation. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shah brought what he had up there to us down here, man.
Right.
All right, that we may escape. Go ahead, brother.
And I just because you quoted this earlier. This is
He came with the law, man. Go ahead,
jumping down
that's perfection, bro. Go ahead.
to verse 22. It says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Yep.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Right, and the knowledge of wickedness is here on earth, man.
That's right.
All right. Esau did not Solomon saying Ecclesiastes that he saw that wickedness was in the earth.
Yep.
He saw that, man. All right. So wickedness is here. Wickedness is not in the heavens. It's spoken of by evil spirits. Then it's brought down to where it may be performed at. So the heavenly knowledge from above, which Raya is about to explain, and that James, you still with me, bro? Come on. All right, it's completely different. It's no wickedness here. It's gonna say it in there. Go ahead. It's gonna say it.
One more line. It says, verse 23, there is a wickedness and the same an abomination. And there is a fool wanting in wisdom. And because what? These people, they want to have wisdom, but it's not given unto them. The Lord didn't massage that in their senses. You know,
It said the eyes shall want to see the light. You probably could get that for me, Amawad, but they just really can't get it. The eyes shall want to
they
see the
want
light.
it,
Yeah,
they just can't get it.
yeah. And because some like you said, it says what the wicked shall not understand. Think that what is that's Daniel or something like that. It says that the wicked shall not understand. Now, Jake be like, oh, okay, that's the actual wicked, but really it go for 2/3 of our people. On this side, the wicked our people ain't gonna get it, brother. They got men who have tried, open the books and look like going after it, brother, but the Lord ain't give it to them. All right, come. Go ahead. You got it. You got it. Go ahead.
So,
I got you.
Sirach 3, I'm gonna start 24. It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. Without eyes, thou shalt want light.
Yeah, without eyes, what?
Thou shalt want light.
Right, because at the end of the day, last I checked, everybody got eyes, man. You only got a few people blind, whatever. So it says, without eyes, thou shalt want light. Go ahead.
Profess not the knowledge, therefore, that thou hast not.
Right, so they don't have the knowledge we have down here. All right, we're professing the knowledge that comes from above. That's of Yahushua. All right, the same sound doctrine, man. Okay, go ahead.
A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last,
At the last, yup.
and he that loveth danger shall perish therein.
You gonna know, because a man with earthly wisdom, all right, as such as evil wisdom, a knowledge of wickedness, he's gonna perish by danger, man. The danger that he gonna set himself up for, something gonna eventually overtake him. Now he may escape out a couple things. And you see that with wicked nigga get shot at more. They got some niggas that escaped a lot. He got shot, escaped a couple shots, stabbed, lived, and he thinking he like, I'm good, the Lord with me. But not so, right? Because why? Eventually the Lord still kill him, right? Then you let a dog bite him or a spider bite him, and then he died. And James like, what happened? Oh, he died by a spider bite. You see? So the danger that we're gonna overtake him. Go ahead, that was it.
Just real quick to back up, because he had said in that Hebrews that those that oppose themselves.
Yep.
This Proverbs 8:36, it says, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
Troubling himself.
You're opposing yourself.
You trouble your own. It said they that sin are enemies to their own life. And told me, man, you're an enemy to yourself. Right? Go ahead.
And all they that hate me love death.
Love death. So that's the only way to not have this knowledge is to hate the Lord. And it ain't personal, brother, because it ain't like you said, most brothers, some brothers wasn't even looking for the Lord. So you can't say it's personal. Nothing you could do it. It's not of him that called it, but of him that run it, but it's of the Lord. So if you don't have this knowledge, you hate the Lord. The Lord hates you. He hates you. Go ahead, right? Bring it out, brother.
This is
Y'all get y'all precept. You got that Daniel still? Come on, go ahead.
this is 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid,
Yep.
it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach.
No, I want the James. Huh?
Oh, I was getting the one I had.
Okay,
the James?
Get that after the James.
Kind of, this is James 3 and
Because
17.
you can find it out once I explain what it
Okay.
is. Yeah, I just
Oh, kind of.
get behind that. Go ahead.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure,
Yep.
then peaceable,
Yep.
gentle, and easy to be entreated.
Right, so easy to be entreated. The priest Amawai went into it where it says, these things are plain unto the holy. So the wisdom from above is easy to be entreated, man. All right. It's easy to understand. Those that find knowledge is easy to understand. Okay, but it have to be from above. The Spirit of the Lord got to be working with you. You have to be quickened, my man. You got to be quickened, you know, right? You got to be what? Made alive. Okay. And down here, we know men are decaying. They're in these decrepit bodies. They're not made alive. The Spirit of the Lord haven't entered into them. Okay. That Ezekiel. Okay. That Spirit haven't fully came and give them skin and sinews, right? It didn't what? Make them whole yet. All right. Go ahead, brother.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated.
Easy to be entreated. Go ahead, brother.
Full of mercy and good fruits.
Full of mercy and good fruit. So really, that which from above, all these things represent which what Yahweh was saying, and really it can't come near because he's really more than that, man. Ultimately, when he speak of it, but what he was telling them, look, where I come from, all these things come from, man. But down here, all right, it don't have all these things. It's only slated to give unto what? Specific men to bring forth or push it through. That's why he said, I ain't come from all of them in the world, but I came to take them out of the world, to give them this, man. To give them this. So the world at the end, he came, gave us the truth in this world that we may what? Not be taken from it, but that we may be protected from it, man. And this is how we're going to depart from hell beneath until we physically actually be translated and change, you know, ultimately to go up. Our minds have to be changed from down here first before we can translate in the spirit. Well, through the flesh. That's why we had to learn the knowledge first before we could get the new bodies, right? Because you have to understand what you're getting, right? The Lord ain't working backwards. He working, look, you're going to learn what you're going to get, then you're going to get it, right? Go ahead, I.
Full of mercy and good fruit. Without partiality and without hypocrisy.
Without partiality. So this is made whole. We said we got the whole truth of what we know. We got the whole thing, brother. Jake said, well, he got everything, brother. We don't got everything. We got everything we need. We got everything we need to get back to the Lord. That's everything. I would like to say that's everything, all right? Because we're in captivity, hell, curses, we're sinning, all right? So we got all this. The Lord had to have mercy on us, man. That's it. All right, come. Go ahead, Al.
It's Daniel 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly.
Who are the men that's going to be made white and tried? Purified. That's the elect, man. All right. Keeping their garments. All right. But go ahead.
And none of the wicked shall understand.
They ain't going to understand. Even if the Lord give it, because we're actually giving this to the world, all right, because we're publishing it openly to the world that the word and the unworthy may read it. But if you're not worthy of it, it's going to just pass by your ears. But we actually telling them the things we know. We're not lying to the people. We're telling them exactly how the Lord give it to us in our spirit. And, you know, whatever way the Lord have it come out. But though, they're not instruments that can receive, brother. We playing a perfect sound. Their ears is just won't Charlie Brown to them. But we're playing a melody. We're actually playing a distinctive sound, but they can't. They just, we piping and harping, but they're not dancing. So we doing exactly what the Lord said, but the wicked will not understand. Go ahead, read it again out.
It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
So they ain't just talking about, that's talking, obviously, we know that's the actual wicked in the other nations, right? But when it come down to them understanding, he didn't put understanding in them. So what do you mean by none of them, they don't do wickedly and not understand it? The wicked shall not understand. That's 2/3 of our people, man. They're not going to be able to understand, man. So really, that's universal right there. All right? Because why? They have chosen wickedness instead of knowledge, man.
Mind if I bring up that current?
You got it, brother.
That
was it. Me, y'all, brother, bring out what y'all got. Okay, go ahead.
I got that word entreated that he read in the James.
Yeah, bring it out there and let him get
it. Quick to bring it out for you. This G2138, and it says easily obeying.
Yeah, easily to obey
and complying.
Yeah, because the word is simple. All right. To those that get it, like It was easy to get with this. Actually, you know, our brother Zion, we remain with it because to get with it and not remain is it was totally for naught. So when we actually started to do this, myself and brothers got their own personal testimonies. It was easy to get with this. It's like, hold on, that's helping me. Hold on, this is that. Hold on, the Lord love us. It start to be everything. Just and the more you hear, it start to be like, man, this where's that? We go to telling our people, see, woman, look, you better, you know, whatever. Hey, you little one, hey, the little baby, yeah, you can't eat that. You teaching everybody, you know. But because it was started to come easy to you, all right. It was like, damn, this is easy. The commandments are easy. But it says, the commandments are good. No, it said they're good if they be used, as Romans 8. I think it said they're good if they be used lawfully. Yeah. Get that for me, brother. That was a shot. So the more the law came to us and the more we start to do the law, things start to become good and easy to entreat, man. It became easy to be obedient to it. You see? So when the law was used good and we started to learn the law, it started to be easy to entreat. If you find that for me, Bible shot, brother. It's more.
That was it.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Read it again. You found it.
And it's
Maybe 7.
easy to be entreated. It's G
No, it's good.
21:38.
Lawfully.
It says easily obeying, complying.
Yeah. Easily obey or to comply to, right?
Right.
Okay. Because Jacob complied, like you said, brother. Jacob complied to the rules at the job. Jacob complied to the children, the woman, when they need to go to school and get this and do that. They're gonna comply to everything. Oh, they need a uniform. Jay gonna comply to it. They're gonna go get the exact uniform. They're gonna get the little branded thing on the shirt, or they want the little emblem on the shirt right there. Or they want penny loafers. Jay gonna get the penny loafers. So when it come down to carnal things, Jay fully comply. All right. But when it come down to this word of the Lord, Jake have an issue with it. And that's why they don't understand why the Lord don't deal with them. Jake be wondering why ain't nothing going right for him in life. All right. When we know when shit ain't going right for us, we gotta reevaluate that. We gotta fast. Like, hold on, I ain't doing something.
When I fuck up with the Lord.
Yeah, I'm fucking up with the Lord. But we understand that, right? The wicked will not understand. Okay, go ahead.
It's 1 Timothy
Then you
1,
got it right.
verse 8. It says,
That is intimidating. Yeah, go ahead. I slide, brother.
the Romans is the law is good.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. I'm on now.
It's 1 Timothy 1, verse 8. But we know that the law is good,
Yeah.
if a man use it lawfully.
If we use it lawfully, so it become good to entreat or the heavenly knowledge from above. It'd be good if we're working in it according to how the law is used. But that's what he means. All right. If it be for your profit, in other words, right? Because we can know they got men that know the law, but they just despise the motherfucker. Like it's no profit to them. So if the law is a profit unto you, it's gonna be done for your good. Which the law is the entire book. Jay getting misconstrued there. Yeah, that's 613 laws, which are ceremonial, right? Dietary, right? Marriage laws. These are all the laws, but they have to be used. The law have to be used good, meaning the book of the law. This is the book of the law. So when you actually start to think about it, if the Bible be used lawfully, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, right? You taking heed to a counsel which men said, which Paul gave us on. He said, I give you certain words of advice and different things like that. It's good, man. You know, even to do those things. If it's from an advice standpoint, it's good. You know, it's gonna be for your profit. So something for your profit is always good. Got more? Come on, go ahead.
It says, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man.
Yep, it's not. You know why the law not made for a righteous man? Because when we get righteous and have the laws in our end report, we ain't gonna have to know to do good. We're gonna already. You're just gonna do it. The law was made for men that are wicked. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man,
Yeah,
but for the lawless and disobedient.
for the lawless and disobedient, man. All right, that's why we can't wait to have the laws in our end report. We don't want to have to tell our neighbor to not do the law. I mean, to know the Lord. All right, we getting blue in the face, Jake. We don't keep coming out here telling you to do right, man. Because really, you're supposed to know right. If you're an Israelite, you're supposed to know the law, right? The law's supposed to be in you. Give me John 7 and 48, man. Let's prove that. Go ahead.
But for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind. That's what the law's for, man.
Yeah, that's who the law's for. Faggots and, you know, all these misfits, all right? Or these pastors, you know, this is what the law's for. That's why, at the end of the day, the Lord basically, he gave us grace from the Lord, right? All these other people that's not in a good, these are the Lord, they don't get grace from the Lord, brother. Think about it. Those people that sinning is going to be added unto them. The people that's of the Lord, he's going to take them away, right? That's all he's doing. The men that's of the Lord, he's taking the law. When they do fall short of the law, he like, look, grace is in place, right? So with that grace being in place, they're not what? Consumed. But the men that sinning and don't know the Lord, 2/3 of his people are the wicked, there's no grace for you. All right, you finished? Go ahead and read that. John 7:49.
The book of John, chapter 7, verse 49, it says, but this people who know it not the law are cursed.
They what?
Are cursed.
The people that don't know the law are cursed, man. We know the law. So by default, we have the curses on us, brother, but we got grace from them. All right? These other people that the curses just on hammering. They getting hammered by the curses, man. They getting overwhelmed. And they don't know why. That's why I said the people reiterate it.
John 7:49.
Yes.
It says, but this people who know it not the law are cursed.
So you know by default, the other nations are automatically cursed, right? And really only our people are them supposed to know the law. So they curse if you don't know the law. We know our people are cursed because we tell them, hey, you got curses on you. They like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all, you got curses on you, bro. Come on, bro. You clearly cursed. Why you don't know the damn law? That's it. Go ahead, Doc. Right. Oh,
Skip it.
all right. Huh?
I got one for you.
What? It was one you had.
Yeah, we went off the.
It passed?
We keep hopping on it and hopping on.
My bad.
That's
Sorry.
all good.
Yeah, we just, you know.
Chill.
Go ahead.
God, this one of my favorites. This second Ezra 9, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. Verse 11, it says, "And they that have loathed my law,
Loathe the what?
loathe my law."
Yeah, you know, put it by.
And I got that.
All right. And you loathe something, you just put it by you. You lackadaisical, you slothful, and you just like, man, look. At the end of the day, I'm trying to do this, man. Yeah, you wag the hand at.
This is what it says.
Right.
Google definition. It says to feel an intense dislike or disgust for.
Yeah, you disgusting with the law of the Lord. All right. That's why you're a damn homosexual. Right? Because you gotta be disgusted with what God said. Man, God gonna give us a law that we can do whatever we want. They never said that. It's not a Bible. It's not a Bible and a scripture in the Bible that says we can do whatever we want. Show me that now. Show that to the Lord and he'll pardon you. I thought he was gonna be able to do that. Right? Go ahead.
It actually says something complete contrary to that.
Exactly.
I have not given any man
license to sin.
That's completely contrary to the doest thy will doctrine.
Yeah.
But I got a little bit more. It says, and they that have loathed my law while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. So they understood not the law or the liberties, and so they despised it. It says, the same must know it after death by pain.
One of the favorite verses. Go ahead.
That's hey, man. Brother crazy right there, bro. But no, and because of your disgust and your lack of understanding and your lack of not wanting to understand, you're gonna be destroyed. And it's not gonna be no easy thing either. Like the brother read earlier, it's gonna be a raw destruction. What it said in the scripture. Without remedy. The destruction gonna be without remedy.
Uncut, basically.
That's right. It's gonna be raw, man. And that's what we coming up to, man. Real quickly. You see judgment day in and day out, but It's gonna be a time of utter judgment. Judgment gonna be in the earth, front and center. What you got?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 25. It says, "But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you." Just backing up what you said. The Lord gonna mock you. He gonna laugh at you, man, because you had the opportunity. You know, you fanned the hand like the brother brought out. You said at naught all the counsel of the Lord, man. You had the opportunity. But now it's just gonna come to a time when judgment's going out and you're gonna be trying to find and look for the Lord, but he's just gonna be laughing at you, man. I gotta
It's another one backing out of it's Zechariah 7 and 11. It says, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ear that they should not hear. You think about it, you put grab on their shoulder. But it says, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts. And that's what the Lord gonna do. Yanking away the shoulder, stopping your ears, you closing the law, everything under the sun. You just don't really care about what the Lord is saying. So a great wrath is coming upon them, which, like the brother said, you ain't gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it after death by pain.
That's the way they're gonna learn the law. And then they ain't gonna have to learn it's gonna be in them. You see? So really, it's like this, Jake. 2/3 of our people get to sign out, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. This is the whole meat of the matter. All right, the brothers the Lord have put in the spirit of the men on earth to teach y'all is this. If you don't listen and start rehearsing this, when you die, you're going to go and get this. Brother, that's it. Brother, at the end of the day, you go and get this right here. The Lord just put it in men on earth to preach it to these people that look, when they die, they're just going to get the laws in their own part. Not just I don't want to simplify the Lord, but they're going to learn this. They're going to have it all. Like they don't got to learn it once they going back, they're going to have it. All right. So they're going to have it. But the point is, you're going to get this. You might as well just start getting it now. One way or the other, you getting this, man.
You're Israelites, you belong to the Lord.
That's it.
You don't belong to yourself, you don't belong to Esau, all right? Despite how much niggas want to, you belong to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right. And the Lord, if you belong to the Lord, you was made righteous. You're on his right hand. You was made righteous. So you're gonna have to be righteous at the end of the day.
Put his name on it.
Sure. Jacob won't be righteous. Jacob, because I'm about to try to hit this lick. What are you talking about, brother? Lick? Brother, we got the kingdom of heaven, dominion. And Jake's still trying to just get right in his kingdom, man. The kingdom is clearly, it ain't falling. It has failed.
It's
Brother, it's fall, it has failed. This business crashed. If you ain't rich today, you ain't getting rich. Ever. You're not gonna get rich. You should have been rich, partner. The days of this kingdom is numbered. You're done.
What about crypto, huh?
Crypto and crash. They done crashed crypto, they done killed the cash out, man. They done killed
All the crypto millionaires popping up dead.
bro, the banks, all the banks crashing, right? The crypto, the ones that deal with the crypto, they overthrew that. Every form of money, anything you think, they just Xing out, brother. All right? These banks just collapsing one by one every day. All of a sudden, they just got a bank collapsing. Off the blame blue, the bank just collapsed. So, brother, at the end of the day, any form of money is just getting put down. Oh, nations starting to turn gold. And really? Gold? So what we gonna come up there? Yeah, give me a bag of Dorito, give me a salsa right there, with some mustard, and put a brick of gold. Jay crazy. We're moving into gold. I'm telling you, we're stacking gold up. get in the store with some Doritos, Swisher Sweet. What are you talking about? You gonna put a half a thing of gold up there? Jake, brother, listen, the silver and the gold, all that's been overthrown in the street. Nothing. The only thing gonna matter is that in you, that corrupt, man. All right, that's it. That's the only form of way you're gonna be able to buy and sell. So at the end of the day, the Lord calling off the money. He calling off Jake and his wicked ways. All right, he's calling off. I said any careers, anything you have. All right, huh?
Dreams and aspirations.
He cutting off the drugs. All right, like so anything you're gonna be able to turn and go to is gonna be cut off. Hey, the Lord gonna even cut the lights off. No, the jig ain't gonna have lights and water. Brother, the Lord, like, listen, no, you gonna choose ye this day who you gonna serve. Because you know a lot of people like, yeah, well, when all this happens, I'm gonna just go to the Lord. No. Those who have chosen to serve the Lord for the most part, they have chosen it. We pretty much almost out of this thing. So wherever you at, evaluate and examine yourself. You're not choosing the Lord right now or have chosen him, you might don't have time to choose him, brother. That's how I look at it. Tomorrow is too late. All right. Delay don't mean deny you. I understand that. But at the end of the day, it may be too late. Y'all got to please bring them out.
You just said Judges 10 and 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods.
Yeah.
Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen.
Right.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Go call on Beyonce. Go call on, Robert Kiyosaki. All these niggas that's trying to teach you to become somebody in this society. When the society collapses, go call on them niggas, man.
Start.
Yeah.
Christ is I. Again, man, the Lord is showing. He's putting a separation who is his, man.
Yeah.
Which he said he would. Because see, like you say, men pleasers and men with mouth lip service. The men of the Lord ain't saying they serving the Lord. They showing they serving the Lord. Right? And they're speaking of the words of the Lord. They're going to be speaking about the Bible, prophesying, putting in that work, man. That's the difference. A lot of people saying they want to serve the Lord, they want to know the Lord. But the men of the Lord is actually serving the Lord, man. You got something? You got something?
No, I'm looking for something right now.
Go ahead.
It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman, and they shall not escape.
You got it.
Yeah, and peace and safety in them stages, like you was going into earlier, the eye of the storm. In the middle of the storm, it's calm, it's quiet. You got the banks crashing. All right, just like the brother was saying, they killing crypto people, the Cash App, man. All of these things should be like an illusion to you to see, like, oh, well, they really about to go with their move. Well, we in a stage of peace, what seems like peace right now. All right, but a sudden destruction is getting ready to come. Just like it said in Revelations 12, the devil come down with great wrath because he know he had a short time. A very, very short time is coming real soon, man.
I got something to back you up. Nobody ain't had none.
This the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly, going into that 1 Thessalonians 5. What?
Are you gonna die suddenly? What the hell the thing? So, but suddenly the Lord, brother, Lord actually marks the world, and all these things are said when you actually everything can be brought back to the Bible. So you look around at all the things they say on TV and different things. Because when I see certain things, I just always think about the Bible. Automatically, like, no, I just mentioned that. It says, wait, say it again, suddenly.
It says, for suddenly,
but die suddenly. Go ahead.
I'll tell you, it says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Like I read in that Proverbs earlier, the Lord said he gonna mock, he gonna laugh when you're coming. That's right. So you took the time to trust in what the government say about the C-19. You took your time you didn't do your due diligence. You didn't ask the men of the Lord, which we were saying, not to do it, not to take it. Now this is your result, and you get it. You got it, bro.
Hey, when you look into that time, man, we was bringing out different accounts with different doctors that did studies and like whistleblowers that's telling you what's supposed to go on, and it ultimately goes back to what the brother was bringing out, man. It's just not for certain people. This knowledge, the benefits that come with this knowledge, it's just not to be experienced by certain people on this side, man. No.
That's how Jake's supposed to know at the end. You hear me? Every Jake on Instagram, social media is so knowledgeable about finances and business and shit all of a sudden. They ain't giving none of y'all them secrets before. Now all y'all got the secret and think that's why they giving it to you, because it's trash now.
And that's gonna be the big punchline at the end, because the law gonna allow some of these niggas to get their bread up to wherever they aspirations want them to go, right? And he gonna just cut the plug on that shit. Now look at you. You done fought tooth and nail, right, to get these riches, and it's over. Now, and the law gonna mock a man like that.
They got all the credit secrets.
Get an 800 credit score, not a dollar credit.
Pull your pants down to become somebody in society, and then that's the next day society crash.
You gotta have a social credit score now. First, you have to have the regular credit score. Now it's a social credit score. So whatever Jake, whatever you getting, that mean like you said, that shit is so old. We just getting these iPhones a year ago. Yeah, that shit in World War I, man. That's right. You know, this World War III coming up. We just not getting introduced to this shit, man. Like, make it make sense, bro. Go ahead,
If you don't believe us, go look that up. That's a fact.
That's fact.
They had iPhones in World War I, man. Go look that up. Yeah, because Jacob, they ain't had no iPhones back then. Man, the government don't tell you what they have, man.
Nigga, you didn't know about crypto until 6 months ago.
Hey,
It's actually a crash. That's what you know. Yeah.
Like right before it crashed, because that's what they do. They get Jake. It's all a pyramid scheme. All right, this is how you get rich. Put all your money in this. Oh, it crashed. What does that mean? I mean, it went to somebody.
It collapsed. Yeah,
it collapsed.
They crash or collapse. What
where is that?
It's money in there.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Which digital money, huh? But I got to appreciate
It was. They got a nice way of taking everything from you. Oh, well, you know. And then they put you through hula loops to go and find. You got to call this number. Then call this number. Then call this number. Then you're on hold for 25 minutes. And the volume, what it said, the volume of the call is high. By the time you done went through so many avenues, you just hang the phone up. That's like people with the government. Oh, well, they got these laws in place. You go to the House of Representatives, then you go to the Senate, then you go to here. All you gotta, bro, you know what it's gonna take for you to just have a conversation with the president? Brother, you're gonna go through so many people, you're not gonna never have a conversation. Right. So what they do, they exhaust you through options of being like, okay, you got the right to question this, or anybody have a, you know, whatever. You're gonna go through so many loopholes to where it's like, man, I can't. You're gonna get to a point where the phone don't even ring when you call that number. It'll just hang up, brother, mysteriously.
Yeah.
And now you gotta go through the whole process.
Start all over.
It's designed for you not to get something. Like, because when these banks collapse, people is gonna go to the bank and say, give my money out there. When money not even in the bank. You said, especially they give the common day people, because those are the poor people. When you got money, you don't go to the bank every day. Right. You don't even go to deposit the money. You have to get flown in, or they don't even have it in these banks. All right, because the money is the gold, whatever. So what they're showing you, that's just an illusion of money just coming back and forth. Because it's the paper back. All right, so it's not real money that you're saying in the banks. So Jake thinking, I bring my physical money down. It goes out the back door. Remember, the money is a debt. It's a debt note. So Jake gonna go, when the banks collapse, Jake gonna go to that bank, the Chase Bank that he banked with, and be in front that bitch. I'm about to break the window
With his gun and shit. Ain't nothing in there.
Ain't nothing in there. But again, our people are simple like that, man. You know, trusting in Egypt. Go ahead,
God, this is Second Chronicles 36, verse 15. And Yahweh, the power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place, as you were going into a little bit earlier, during that shit, even before then, beginning with our apostle elders, you've had the Most High send the men of the Lord out to tell Jake exactly what's gonna happen, and showing it through the scriptures and through the news and everything. And then all these Johnny come latelys get the knowledge and thing, and then try to separate it from the scriptures. Verse 16, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. Hey, you spending this time of liberty, mocking and not taking heed to the words, what you're going to know it after death by pain. And the Most High, as it said in that Proverbs 1, is going to mock you and laugh at your calamities through who is men. Because the elect who spent this time of liberty get themselves right, following after their power, when they've got that protective hedge over them and see you just getting raw through, you don't have nothing to do but laugh at you because you were being a jamoke, you were being a jackass.
The big I told you so is coming, man. And it will behoove you to do what you can right now to make yourself in good sights with the Lord, right? To be on the good side of laughing, right? You don't want to be on the other end of that finger, getting pointed and laughed at that day.
Instead of making excuses and wasting everybody's goddamn time.
Yeah.
With Job 36 and 21. Go ahead, you got it.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 110, verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth.
Read it again outside.
Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
So the people going to be willing in the day of the Lord's power, man. But that's a little late. We're not you at, brother. Yes. So if the Lord is raising up prophets B times, which B times mean earlier, all right, before destruction. All right, don't look for the Lord during a time of destruction, brother. All right, because in that day, He's gonna be hiding his men, man. All right, you had all this time of liberty, right? You was given all this liberty to find a Lord, but guess what? You wanted to do whatever you wanted to do of the world. You wanted to be just in a conglomerate of iniquity, just being a nigga and niggerdom, man. So when the word of the Lord come and the judgment of the Lord come, don't be ready, willing in that day, man. All right, because the Lord gonna judge your ass. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 36, verse 21. It says, take heed, guard not iniquity, for this hast thou chosen rather than affliction.
Right. So most people regard iniquity rather than affliction, because affliction is what we're doing right now, man. We're being afflicted for righteousness' sake. All right. So we could be separated from judgment when the Lord do put his hand down, man. The Lord coming with a heavy hand. All right. And no man gonna be able to stay his hand or hold his hand or be able to go out of the way of his hand unless you're in the way of his arm, of his mercy, man. Other than that, the Lord gonna squish you. You know how they got the movies where they got the giant, when he come, everybody go to scare you, boom, boom. Like, well, that's what the Lord gonna be doing to people, man. You gonna try to run, you just gonna see a hand of the Lord coming out. Boom. Like he gonna be killing you, which is symbolic for the angels and different matters of diseases and the dogs, the tear, the bears, the slay, all that's gonna be happening to you, man. All right, because you regarded iniquity. Meaning what? You watched after iniquity. We watching after they get saved. You wicked doers, we letting you commit wickedness, man. While we commit righteousness and we gonna say in the end. Yo, there's more. That's it.
Yeah, I got.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna make a point on that Ezekiel 9:4, where it says, "Hey, that mark, that mark of exemption is going to be set upon those that are sighing and crying for all the abominations being done." And if you're sighing and crying for it, what are you doing? You're not partaking in it. You're taking yourself as much out of this world as you can. But what does it say in the next verses? I'm gonna just read this, Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto him, speaking of these death angels, that once they get that go ahead to start committing judgment, and the Most High is not going to stay their hand until that prescribed amount of death has been fulfilled. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. And again, we know Jerusalem's a people before it's a place. So it's talking about the nation of Israel all across the planet, mainly in Babylon the Great, and set a mark that the Wah upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that
That's the
cry.
men that's taking heed to what's going on.
Right.
And we the ones that sign and cry. We like, look, at some point the Lord gonna do a full judgment on this place. Yeah, it's been, seasons and, different pockets of, judgment, but it's gonna get to the point where the Lord like, look, lay all the judgment up, right? The judgment is to the line, is at the plummet, or as it say, the Lord gonna basically what? Put it over the whole judgment over everything, man. You ain't gonna have no chance to decide no more. Because right now it's open season for deciding to serve the Lord because the men are not put up yet. So there's still time to serve the Lord. Now, it is a little late, but hey, nevertheless, the Lord still have a little time for men. Because the men that slated to get it, they gonna get it. They gonna come serve him, but at the end of the day, the Lord is about to judge, good.
We're still out here.
We're still out here. That's time. That's right.
When you don't see us no more, that's when
That's it. It's done.
oh shit, I can't come out to I can't say con on the comment board no more.
Get your hard hat.
We're done, man.
Yes.
You still see the prophets out there. That's the mercy of the Lord.
That's it.
Like you said, once you don't see them no more, that's when you really need to be worried.
This nigga, he ain't there on his head. Well, when he don't see us, boy, he gonna be right here looking like, man, he was right here. He gonna come stand right there. Try to empower us back and bring us back through witchcraft or something like that. No, that's it. You got your chance. But guess what? You were listening to NBA Youngboy with a bean and a jacket on. It's 80 to 90 degrees. The Lord gonna laugh at you and make you do that. He gonna be doing this to you in the heavens when you call it. I speak as a man, bro. I speak as a man, but go ahead,
The men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. And they began at the ancient men, which are before the house. So to everybody else that didn't take heed to the word, young and old, woman, child, virgin, whore, everybody that doesn't have that mark of exemption is about to get completely rawed through by these judgments. And it's going to be as simple as that.
Yes. It's Sirach 23 and 27. Come on. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord.
wait, it's nothing what?
It's nothing better, come on, than the fear of the Lord.
Yep.
And that there is nothing sweeter
There's nothing sweeter or better. Go ahead.
than to take heed,
To take what?
to take heed
Come on.
unto the commandments of the Lord.
So to take heed is the revere. Then the revere means to do it. All right. We can't just say out here, it says they that preach the gospel shall also live with the gospel. All right. So we're taking heed to the commandments, which is getting us set forth for what's coming, man. All right. It's coming. You can see it's coming on a pipeline, man. As Jake said, I can feel it in my veins, in my blood. Or we can feel it. So we don't want, we can feel it in the spirit because we're in the spirit with the Lord. We know it's coming. We're in tune with the spirit of the Lord, and the Lord allowing us to be entangled with him in the spirit. We can feel it coming, brother. We can feel it. We know that it won't tarry long. All right, that it's coming, man. Go ahead. There's more.
And it says, it is great glory to follow the Lord and to be received of him is long life.
Right. So we follow the Lord is to stay intact with his commandments, teaching. All right. We know what's attached to that is long life. So we still have to live to receive our crowns. So the job is not finished. All right. As the brother Cabot over there did, we're not finished. We're not done yet. All right. We still know we have to get through our crowns. So in the getting of our crown, we still got to take heed to commandments. We still have work to do over here, man. All right. We're not gonna hold ourselves idle and end up at an NBA Youngboy album release party like that, man. We're not gonna do that, man. All right. But to each his own. If that's what you want to do, it be my guest, man. But for us, as for us in our house, we gonna serve the Lord. And this is my house. These are my brothers, man. All right. Go ahead. Got one, go ahead.
Yeah, this Second Ezra 7 and 9. If this city, which is talking about the kingdom, now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance? Got to go through it. And a part of that is to make it through it, we gotta trust and serve the Lord. We gotta take heed unto these commandments. That's the only way we can receive that inheritance.
Got it. Give me 2 Peter 1 and 19. We have a brother.
Psalms 34 and 14, it says, depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. And reason why I brought that out, because the only way you're going to receive salvation is if you detach yourself from this world and come back unto the Lord, as we've been beautifully bringing out with these precepts. All right. It says, the face of the Lord is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. And we know who the chief wicked of the earth is, which is Esau, Edom. But you still have 2/3 of our people who come under that same banner, right? Who are like children of this devil. Right? It says, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and save it such as be of a contrite spirit. And we in a broken heart and a contrite spirit, man. Here in this wicked ass kingdom. All right. The righteous will not be whole in this kingdom. We crying out daily. We seeking the Lord that we may obtain that salvation. All right. Oh, God.
This First Timothy 4 and 16, it says, take heed unto thyself, and unto the doctrine. Continue in them.
The word, the law. Go ahead.
For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
So this is what we have to do, right? This is how we're going to have to save ourselves and them that hear us. Because the ones that hear us is the ones that's going to take heed to what's heard and do as we doing. Did not Paul say, be ye followers of me, as I'm a follower of the Mashiach Yahushua? Right. So read that again.
God, this First Timothy 4 and 16.
Come on.
It says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine.
What's the doctrine? This word. All right. That sound doctrine, Yahushua. Prophecy. All right. The spirit of Yahushua, the spirit of prophecy, man. Go ahead.
It says, continue in them. For in doing this.
Continue in them. Right. So there's a continuance in the ministry that we have to keep going. You do, Jake, honestly, do you really think we won't go do that? Continue to just do that. That means if we continue to do this, the kingdom of heaven ain't gonna never come. So at some point, it's like, Lord, like, they ain't gonna listen, which the Lord has all that in his hand to know, like, okay, this is now they still, the rest won't listen. I know they won't listen because I blinded their minds. Yeah. So I hid the gospel from them. Because only the ones that's not gonna listen, if you're an Israelite, is the ones the Lord hid the gospel to. You go on that word hid, it means to be put to death. That's what that means.
Aside for destruction.
You put aside for destruction, meaning to be destroyed.
Born in vain.
You're born in vain. That's right. And then he kept a cluster of the grape. Go ahead. A grape of the cluster. Go ahead.
It says, for in doing this, thou
go ahead. If you continue in what we're doing, go ahead.
Thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
So this is how we save ourselves and those that believe upon us, man. All right. Our families and, different things. It's the only way we can put ourselves in a position for our families to be saved, because our families not out here doing it. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you really don't get it, we don't show in the hand of the Lord, but at the end of the day, if you don't make, who's gonna get it? All right, like your children, you want nobody out here hustling for the Lord like that, brother. They ain't working for the Lord. Now they do have, people gonna get. We just can't say who gonna get saved, because we ourselves are not saved. But ultimately, like, if you ain't putting nothing in, you don't get nothing back. That's universalized. Yeah, that's 1 + 1. Simple, So you got it.
Oh, I'm gonna say it's the most selfish, unselfish thing you could do.
Yeah. you gotta be you gotta be unselfishly selfish serving the Lord. Well, you gotta be unselfish with the men that's in the body. It gotta be equality. All right. But that's why he said, work out thy own salvation. That's selfish. Bro, that's a selfish spirit. And then but Jacob thinks, well, I gotta work out my own salvation. And then forget the man on side you. When they say right here, save thyself and those that empty. Well, y'all brothers, I'm listening to the precepts, y'all brothers bringing out like that, help save me. Like, oh, gotta do that. So we're even talking to those that hear you. It's gonna be those of the body as well. We all hear each other, right? It ain't just talking to people that are without. That's talking about people that are with them. All right, go ahead.
Yep. That was it, man.
That was it. Go ahead. You was over. Yeah.
This 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy.
Yeah.
Whereunto ye do well that ye take heed.
Yeah, that you take heed. All right. Whereunto you do well if you take heed to this sure word of prophecy, man. To the restitution of all things be. Right? The root word in restitution is what? Rest. Right? Restitution is like a rest being instituted in, man. All right, what? Put in a place, man. All right. We need the restitution of all things to where we are at peace. All right. Which is going to explain. Go ahead.
As unto a light that shineth in a dark place,
Yep, go ahead.
until the day dawn.
Yep.
And the day star arise in your heart.
So the day star rise in our heart, man. So there's a day that's going to dawn, and that light going to be risen up, man. And those who was in the light, guess what? They're going to be risen, man. All right. There's more. That's it. Come on, go ahead. Y'all got something?
This Acts 3:19. It says,
That's it.
Repent ye therefore and
Yep.
be converted,
Yep.
that your sins may be blotted out when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
Right, when things are made afresh, back new, when the Lord refreshes, he's making things new again, man. All right. As it says, but it says what? Repent. I mean, what? To be sorry for. All right. But when you're sorry for something, the thing you sorry for, you correct that. That's if you sorry. That's what repentance is. It ain't just, oh, I pray to the Lord, it's gonna get up. No, it's to feel sorry for it, then correct it. All right. Now you have completed the thing in which repentance required. All right. Once you feel sorry for it, you correct it, then you don't do it anymore. All right. That's how you be granted that's how you be granted for your repentance from the Lord, is to actually do that process, man. Go ahead.
That's verse 20. It says, and he shall send Yahushua Mashiach, which was preached, which before was preached unto you, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution,
right,
of all things.
Right. So the times of restitution to all things, when we in Acts, when you saw the men gazing at the stars, when the Lord went back, man. All right. You say, why stand ye gazing? The same way he left, he's going to come back. So until the Lord put all things under his feet, all right, which the Lord have accomplished that. Until all his enemies be put down, everything gonna be restituted back in, man. All right. Get that in 1 Corinthians, brother. All things be put under the Lord's feet. All right. Go ahead. Read that again.
It says, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things.
Right. And he was received up into the heavens. And there's proof, right? Once he gave up the ghost, all right, he was crucified, right? How was he received up into the heavens? By the way of the angels, man. All right. He said he set it on the what? Right hand of the Lord. Yeah. You got, oh, come. He said he set it up on the right hand of the Lord until you what? Make his enemies his footstools. And you go to Psalms, what? 110. All right. Matthew, you got it. Until you make his enemies his footstool. Then the restitution, get that word restitution out. In a strong online democracy. You got it. Okay. So let's see what that is right there, man. Right? To the refreshing. Because when the things are restituted, there's some type of refreshing coming with that. So what do he mean, man? All right. Right.
So restitution says a making good or giving equivalent for a crime, debt, or injury.
Yep, go ahead. Or making good on it, right? Go ahead.
A restoration of goods,
A restoration of goods. All right.
and etc.
Okay, so the Lord is bringing back the good way of the land Sabbath, the laws of the land. He's bringing back all that, man. All right. He gonna what? Recycle the earth back to what it normally was, man. All right. You got one of the Strongs? Go ahead.
Real quick.
Go ahead, you got it. Go.
A restoration of goods, land, etc. to a former owner.
To a former owner. Now, this is what you understand about an owner. When you're a former owner, all right, which really the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, you know, as the scriptures say. So everything in the earth is for the Lord, and the Lord really gave everything to us, everywhere where the sole of our feet go. All right, so what's going to the earth is going to be given back into the owners thereof, man. All right, they got a scripture that speak about that. Go ahead. I think it's in Ecclesiastes.
So it's restoration of goods, land, etc. to a former owner, repayment of money, a restoring, to revive, to reinstate, to reestablish, to set up again to a former state. Let's talk about the sons of the Most High, which now we'll call Israelites. All right, this earth is created for us by us. It's going to be returned to us.
That right? I think it's in Ecclesiastes right here. Go ahead, I think it's right here.
This that word restitution in Strong's. It says it's G605, but it says a restoration of the perfect state before the fall.
What?
A restoration of the perfect state before the fall.
Right. So the perfection come about again, man. So that's how you know the next world gonna be complete. Read that again, man.
It says a restoration of the perfect state before the fall.
Right. So so Yahushua is coming. Now read the scripture again. All right. Yeah.
This Acts 3:19. It says, repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
Right. So when the Lord actually blots our sin out, that's when the law's gonna be in our inward part. All right. When he blot out, he gonna completely cover over it, man. All right. At this point, we still sinning. So technically, our sins haven't been fulfilled all the way, right? So when he blot them out, there's no more sin. They're gonna be fulfilled. Meaning what is gonna be done, man. All right, because we're gonna be made anew. When we be made anew, that's the new covenant, right?
Yeah.
That's
Careful.
yeah. Go ahead, though.
In verse 21, it says, whom heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things.
Right. The new. Now read it again. To the new be what?
What's the word? Restitution, the restoration of the perfect state before the fall.
The restoration of the perfect state before the fall. So we long for this, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
That's it, bro.
That's it? Yeah. So, hey, Lord willing, that's the point, right? And you got something else? Concrete.
Job 18, it's like in Job 20 and 18, that which he labored for shall he restore, talking about Esau, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be.
Yep.
And he shall not rejoice therein.
Yeah, because when he eat, matter of fact, let me go back to this now. Read that again, huh?
Job 20 and 18, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
Right. Here's Ecclesiastes 5:10. It says, he that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When goods increase, they'll increase that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes, man? So what's good to the owners if what they increase is going to be eaten up, man? Saving they watching it get eat up. It's going to be what? For vanity, man. All right, go ahead and read that again. Take us out on that out.
Job 20 and 18, that which he labored for shall he restore.
He gonna restore it. So we don't want to get nothing. We don't want to have nothing. That's why we don't desire nothing over there. Businesses and all that, because we ain't going to keep it. We're not going to have it forever. All right? We wait for the restoration of that perfect place, as it read in restitution be, when the perfect place before the fall. All right, go ahead.
And shall not swallow it down.
And shall not swallow it down.
According
This nigga, he bring it up.
Oh, yeah, I gotta bring it up.
This nigga so wicked, man. He's going out of style, man. It's crazy. We're going into the same thing over there, man. Right? You niggas, everything that you didn't stole, you didn't reap. You're not gonna bring that to slavery with you. You're going straight bare, man. Right? The only thing you swallowing down is fucking toes, man. Bring it out, brother. That's some sick shit, man. This is some fucking sick shit, right here.
I ain't the manager with the tools.
Yeah, man. Oh, niggas swallowing down.
Yeah, good.
Niggas sick.
Oh, man. I'm just looking at shit over there.
It said,
That's crazy.
in Fox 17, Nashville, it said Tennessee hotel night manager charged after guest woke up to him sucking on his toes.
That's the only thing he's swallowing down, man.
Yeah, we need the restitution. We need the restitution.
Hey, brother. I said, this nigga gotta go, man. This nigga is sick.
Toe suck.
Toe sucker, man. Yeah, man. Some sick shit, man. But this was ruling over us, man. All right, this, like the Lord said, that shit like that supposed to make you mad. We got a goddamn toe sucker ruling over us, man. Oh, that's your king, man. Yeah, just a man. All right. Suck it down toes, man. This nigga is wicked, man. And like I say, only through the Most High, this devil gotta go, man. He got like we was getting on that thousand day, man. That hour, man. That's gonna be a holy spiritual day, man. When we get rid of you damn devils, man. Fucking you just a cancer of the goddamn earth. This nigga just destroyed everything he puts his hand on. This nigga destroys everything, man. Everything is. And look at this nigga. Look at this nigga, man. This was ruling over us, man. This was supposed to strike us.
And then it is fucking nuts over there.
Look at that nigga.
Man, bitch toes and shit.
Yeah, you look at a nigga like that, you gotta ask how long, oh Lord. This was the fuck ruling over us, man. Nigga got that bird, he's like a bird. It's like a nigga missing. It's fucking ruling, man. Fuck it pulls the straight. I'm angering you, man. You put you niggas ain't angry enough, man. Wait, whoever you had, like I said, I had to bring it. We're talking about the same thing over there, though, man. The same exact topic and everything. You know? Supposed to be fucking mad, man. These devils grinding us in the ground. Why they sucking toes? Why they doing all type of shit with corn, man? This shit is that at some point it drives you mad, man. Meanwhile, they got our people seduced with the shit, man. It drives you to the point where you don't like a goddamn thing here. Everything should piss you off. This is what America is set up for. It's set up as a prison camp to piss you off, man.
If you wise.
Yes. What you said?
Russian make it a wise man, man.
Yeah, if you're wise, man, you should be mad, man. I'm having a good time. You just in the fucking store. You should go to the store and seek out a bunch of things that piss you off, man. The pride of these motherfucking women. Pride of these goddamn Edomites and these niggas, they left in a state of false pride, ego. They think there's something here, man, when they really just on the bottom. Go ahead, Doc. Where we at? What y'all at?
Yeah, they need new ownership in the earth, new management, man. And the kingdom is being translated from one person to another. You can see it. I mean, this the man that's ruling the earth, his nation of people, and he's a habitual toe sucker, man.
Yeah.
Right? Then he snuck and did it. This is just a fucking devil. Just ask the man. Man gonna probably tell you no, man. But he won't get refused. So a nigga like, I'm gonna put the key in the door and just do my thing, man.
That's a nigga there, man. That's a nigga like that. When you go to his Airbnb, he got cameras all over, man.
Yes.
Right. He watching you do the number 2.
Yeah.
All right. He watching you do all sorts of shit. Take a shower and shit. Yeah. Hop your woman, you name it, man. He the nigga that once he sucked the man told he probably got in the bed with him, man.
Of course.
You know?
You had to pick the covers up.
So you nigga took your socks off and everything, man. But he gonna give probation for this shit. You see what I'm saying?
The judge gonna, man out of his mind. They gonna give him 6 months in the crazy institution, and then the nigga gonna go to jail from his loft somewhere here in jail at his own house, man. On probation.
This nigga there that drives to and from work naked, man. Yeah. Right, he drives
From here down.
everything else naked, man. We didn't see the nigga out here like that. Over there by the truck over there, man. You know? It's sick ass people out here. This is what it's like seeing a lot of this shit is like listening to the radio on Grand Theft Auto. You hear some wild shit on there. It's how the people here in America is, man. You got the indoor, she eating her children now. You know, this shit is wild, man. We gotta get the fuck out of America, man. And that's why the scripture said, if it wasn't for the Lord, we would be like Solomon. We would be some toe suckers, man. All right, some backdoor kickers, man. All right, giving people, hey man, niggas here, sick, man. I don't see nothing wrong with it, yo. Teach his own. That man won't suck toes, brother, suck toes. Nigga, I bet you find 10 of your homeboys, I bet you 3 of them out of the bunch is gonna try to give up for the shit.
Sure. You can aim that up. Maybe 6 or 7. The spirit out there.
Maybe all of them.
Yeah, all of them, man. The truth.
Just like the whole booty thing now in the society. Them niggas is all in the net now. You know?
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, came out of nowhere. Eating groceries, man. I don't want them groceries. I don't want them groceries at all. I don't like nothing brown. We got damn much. Fuck all that, man. Niggas is wicked, bro. And nasty, man. This society is nasty. This is, and like I said, that shit is glorified, especially amongst the Edomite community. They don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, and them coon niggas that support the Edomite, they don't see nothing wrong with that, man. Oh, that's white work. You know, but there's also another reason why we gotta go, man. You look at shit and you hear shit like that, you gotta ask the Lord, like, how long, man? How long you gonna let the wicked continue to do shit like this? It's praised over here, man. It's praised. You know? But like we started off over there saying this very thing that we doing here is demonized. Them niggas will call the cops on us. They'll take taxpayer dollars to call the cops on a group of guys reading the Bible. But meanwhile, all right, toe sucking is going on, pedophilia. You got niggas that got a piece of gay credit, piece of gay membership cards. These niggas is a part of all type of shit over here. It's like they didn't find another group, pedophiles. They selling. They got the pedophile symbols on a baby Pampers, man. You know, this is what's going on. It's uphold over here. We gotta go to jail though. You know, but go ahead, you know we can. Yeah, we at that point.
Not a brother on point. This a nasty ass world, man. And we gonna have a clean, good environment. You know, the Lord gonna restore things as it was before the fall. And then what? The righteous rulers and governors gonna be in place. Well, no wickedness is gonna be allowed.
So we read the scriptures all the time about how the children gonna play in the street. You think in the kingdom they're gonna have pedophiles?
No.
Not at all, man. Even the farm agreed. You know, not at all, man. We're gonna be at peace. The children, everything is gonna be at home. This is like we just ended it with over there. The world itself is gonna become back a paradise. Man. All right, waterfalls. We're gonna actually live around trees, man, which we supposed to. It brings forth a level thinking and calm mind, man. We're gonna be around water, fresh water, not that shit over there. Yeah. Niggas supposed to put the arcs, keep the arcs in the water to filter the water to keep it blue. They eat this shit. Shrimp and shit, them roaches, man. You know, catfish and shit. We're not gonna. It's gonna be back a paradise, man. With these devils serving, and a lot of you niggas ain't cool with that. With the white man serving us in slavery, man. We want that, man. We serve this damn devil. Did we or did we not? Still gotta serve. 3, 4 in the morning, gotta wake up and punch a goddamn clock. Get told, hey, Jeff, I need to come over here and do something for me. Nigga, you don't need no help. You been fucking off all the other time at work. But you gotta serve these devils. Why are they talking to you crazy? Why do you don't even have the shit that you need to actually completely do the goddamn job, man? Then you got the damn women, at work with you too. Fucking off. Hey, could you do me a favor? I heard that shit so much, that shit drove me crazy, man. Can you do me a favor? Can you get that? Can you open this? But meanwhile, they on Netflix. They on Facebook, Instagram, the TikToks, and whatever else, Bumble and whatever else fucking website they got, man. Ordering them up Tyrone, Build-A-Bear nigga. Girl, look like I got my old man, my new old man outfit. You hear stupid shit, man. This place got to go, man. And you hear us, we talk about it because we signed and crying about this shit, man. Hey, man, I don't want to see that nigga licking nobody, sucking nobody's goddamn toes, man. You supposed to put a nigga like that to death. According to the Bible. What you about to say?
It said on the article, it said he got intimate with his feet. It said on the article.
Damn. You see, that's why the Lord say, you know, you're supposed to cover it up, man. And that's probably that nigga he was sucking on, right? It don't matter. It don't matter. Whether it was another man or woman, he's supposed to go, man.
Oh, that was a man. I think it's talking his two.
Yeah, but I say it don't matter whether it's a man or a nigga like they gotta go, man.
Right.
You know? But that's why the Lord got laws, such things set up like that, man. Over here, it's just those type of people run rampant. You know how many of those? You know the guy, it's called the guy from the guy that played Chucky. It's a little midget.
Oh yeah.
He played Chucky. They just caught him with a bunch of nigga had 9,600 pictures of things of child pornography, man. It's a real Chucky. It's a real Chucky, yes.
Yeah, the real, yeah.
But they say then they don't bring him just he's already sick. He already on oxygen. Got shit all up his nose and shit. He's sickly. They don't know, you know, he may be about to go, and some other time they're not gonna bring any charges against him.
His ass was able to dress up like Chucky and talk shit.
This shit crazy, man. But this is America. Go ahead, like what you got in it?
Yeah. So hey, we just pray that the restitution of all things being that be a refreshing in the earth.
Yeah,
Right there. We may live amongst righteousness. We may live amongst life. All right, and the abundance that comes with it, man. You know,
in our land, man.
in our land.
Like I said over there, that land is gonna be set up newly refreshed in the earth as a beacon of righteousness, man.
Right.
Over there. Right? As a watchtower of righteousness, man. And like I said, we're gonna instill the law, touch commandments in you nations, man. Which we're gonna have it already. We're gonna instill it in the earth. So when you're gonna do the things the Lord had us to do, or have us to do, man. And if you don't, the scripture tell you what's gonna happen to you. But righteousness is gonna flow through the earth again. Right? Because this whole world and kingdom is set up for wickedness, man. This is Satan's playground. Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, we're bringing out the scripture.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 5.
Yeah.
And verse 24. But let judgment run down as waters.
That what?
Judgment run down as
In
waters.
the kingdom of heaven, judgment gonna reign supreme. All right, it's gonna be righteous judgment that come out of the thrones, the set thrones of David. All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And righteousness as a mighty stream.
And what?
And righteousness as a mighty
So
stream.
the kingdom of heaven gonna be a mighty stream of righteousness coming forth, and judgment gonna be displayed on all these other nations. All right, that no wrongdoing is well, the other nations gonna do wrong, but we gonna judge them, man. And righteousness gonna have its what way? It's gonna flow as water, like the brother said, like water. All right,
And water much.
it's gonna be water. So, you know, Lord willing, that was edifying, man. To the next count, you know, we're gonna give infinite honors and prayers to
Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham.
honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the army that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And to the next time, we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Shalom.
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 Shalom.